In this video, we're going to start a journey to find out if there's such a thing as the best brush for miniature painting. Hi guys, Mike back again, and this video we are going to revisit one of my most disliked videos in the history of my videos, which is brushes, basically. And the people who dislike the previous video are probably going to dislike this one too. In my previous video, I basically unboxed some Windsor and Newton Series 7 brushes, and there were lots of complaints and concerns about just looking at the brushes, basically, and that's that's fine. If you want a video about how the brushes perform, this is potentially not it, although I am going to talk about the Windsor and Newton Series 7s. I'm at a stage in my hobby at the moment where I'm finding my brushes are giving up the ghost, basically. I really do look after my brushes, and although I don't think I'm looking after them well enough, because I mean, I understand if you're a proper artist, brushes should last you years, and mine don't at all. None of them. Citadel brushes, Windsor and Newton brushes, Army Painter brushes. What else have I used? Games and Gear brushes. They don't last. They splay at the ends. They don't keep a point, and over time, at least, anyway. So I'm gonna I've started again. Basically, I've come to an end. I've finished a project. I've chucked all my brushes out, and I'm going to start again. I've picked up a load of new brushes, and I'm going to show you what I've picked up, and then I'm going to use the brushes over at the period of my next project, and then in a follow-up video to this one, I'm going to let you know the results, what I think about them, price per effectiveness, price per enjoyment, price per whatever. Yeah, so this is the basic unboxing video of the brushes that I've picked up. And like I say, in a follow-up video, we'll look at the results. So, what brushes have we got to look at? Okay, first up, I'm going to look at the Citadel brushes. So I've picked up two new ones just to kind of try, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the Citadel dry brushes. These aren't new. These have been used. And there's a large, medium and small dry brush here. For me, by far and away, I love these dry brushes. They've got a lovely amount of firmness to them. They dry brush extremely well, in my mind. I've not found another brush that I like as much as the Games or the Citadel dry brushes. But that's just an aside for this section. What I really want to look at as part of this video is looking at your kind of regular size painting brushes from, I don't know, 000 up to Todd 2, I suppose, and then kind of compare the results. So what I've picked up from the Citadel perspective, I picked up a small base and a medium glaze. Now, Games Workshop call their brushes. I mean, there's base brushes, there's shade brushes, there's glaze brushes, there's dry brushes, and apart from the dry brushes, which are clearly different, because they have got a firmer bristle and they're designed specifically for dry brushing. This base brush and this glaze brush, for example, are the same brush. I mean, it's I think the hair is different, maybe, but again, you can see that the small base brush there, it's got a bit of a longer bristle on it. It's a bit of a wider bristle. It hasn't got a point though, has it? See, that's brand new. This glaze one, it's got a reasonable point on it, but these are just straight out of the pack. Let's give it the repointing test. We'll see. You can see a bit of a bend on there though, straight away before you've even started using it. There's a bit of a bend. Anyway, so base brush, small base brush comes in at £3.85. And I picked it up for £3.46 in my friendly local. And the glaze brush comes in at £4.25, but I got it for £3.83. So these are the cheapest brushes that I'll be using as part of this kind of little experiment. But these are kind of the brushes that I use for my kind of detail work and just general painting, really. So that's what we've got from the Citadel range. I didn't want to start picking up loads of brushes because I've used Citadel brushes quite a lot, and you know, they're okay, but I find that they've got quite a limited shelf life. So you can see that they are made from different hairs, aren't they? So we'll see what sort of results we get with them. And like I say, whether it's base, whether it's glaze, I mean, you can base with the glaze, and I'm sure you can glaze with the base, and you can shade with the base and shade with the glaze and glaze with the base and shade, whatever. I mean, you know, it's you know. So there we go. So there's the two Citadel brushes that I've picked up for, well, like less than £4 a piece. On to the next range. Okay, next up is just a single brush. This was in my local hobby store. I went to, in keeping with my kind of replenishment of hobby supplies, I wanted to pick up a new wet palette. At the moment I'm using a P3 wet palette, and you can't buy the refills for them anymore. And I've used baking paper and parchment paper and greaseproof paper and all of that sort of stuff to make my own. And I don't know, not getting brilliant results out of it. I mean, it does work, it does the job, but I want something nicer. So I picked up a wet palette from Redgrass Games, which is kind of, they kickstarted it, but it's available now at retail. I'm getting it for Christmas, actually, so I can't do a review on it yet. But when I get it, I will have a look at it and do a review. Anyway, as I was picking that up for myself for Christmas, that my kids are going to give me, I saw this brush as well. This is a size 2 Redgrass Games brush. Never seen these before, but I thought I'd pick it up. So you've got to do the old lick test to get the point. Anyway, so this is a size 2. It's quite a firm brush. The bristles are very nicely collected together. This brush was $13.99. There was no price on it when I went to buy it, and I just picked it up, and it was in a pile of stuff that I was buying, and looked at the receipt after the fact and discovered it was $13.99. So this is the most expensive brush of the lot. So this is a size 2, like I said, $13.99. So we shall see how it goes. Although, from first impressions, it's looking pretty good. So that's the Redgrass Games size 2 brush. That's the only one I could get of that one, so that's the one I picked up. So what's next? Okay, next up is the Windsor and Newton Series 7. I picked mine up from Ken Bromley Art Supplies. There are the details there. I'm going to leave links below to all of the brushes, or all of the places that I bought the brushes, at least anyway, so you can pick them up if you want to. Like I said, I've used Ken Bromley's Art Supplies for all of my Windsor and Newton Series 7 brushes. They come really, really quickly. I mean, I ordered them on what day is it today? It's Friday today. I ordered them on Wednesday. I ordered them on Wednesday. They've come on Friday. So, you know. So if you need brushes quickly, Ken Bromley Art Supplies seems to be pretty good. These are a discounted Windsor and Newton Series 7. So they say, at least anyway. I don't really know how much they're supposed to go for. But nonetheless, they are, I'll tell you the prices that I've paid, and then we'll kind of have a look at how much they actually retail for. So obviously they come in a cardboard box, then wrapped in bubble wrap. So, you know, well packaged. And as, oh dear me, where's me? And as all quality brushes, they come in a plastic tube. I should mention actually that the Redgrass Games brush did come in a plastic tube, but I've chucked that out. So yes, quality brushes. What I picked up was, what did I get? I got one size 2, 2 size 1s, 2 size 0s, and 1 size 00. I mean, like I said, I've used these a lot before, and I really like the size 1 and the size 0. So I picked up 2 of those just as I was buying them. So we'll have a look at them all. So, they are a lovely brush, to be fair. I do like them a lot. So this is the size 2. Again, Ken Bromley, you know, does the business. Got a nice point there on that, size 2. I'm liking that I say that. I'm going to resheath this so I don't end up destroying the brush. So that's a size 2. Size 2 retails for £9.30. Although on the website, I think it retails, well, the recommended retail price is like 15 quid or something. But on Ken Bromley's Art Supplies website, they're retailing for £9.30. So then we go to the size 1. Again, I mean, I like the length of the handle. They just feel nice to hold. And again, straight out of the pack. Nice point. They just look, it just feels like a quality brush. I mean, I think they feel nicer than the GW brushes, personally. But there we go, that's me. So the size 1 retails for £7.79. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the top off the next one. And then we got 000. So we got size 1. We want to have a look at a 0 next, don't we? So that's a size 1. So we've got 2 size 1s. We've just had a look at a size 1, so we'll leave that. So these should be the 2 zeros. Okay. So I'll just get that out of the way. So this is a size 0. And again, nice. Just, yeah, that's just a quality point on there. You can see very, very nice. But like I say, it's wanted to pick up just a couple of zeros and a couple of ones because they're the ones I most commonly use. And when you look at the GW ones, for example, the base and the glaze, they're kind of similar size. So I just want to kind of get that comparison of and again, that's the other 0. So yeah, I mean, I really like these brushes. The zeros retail for £7.35, and they should. The recommended retail price is about £12, £12.35, something like that. Then we've got the 00. So we're getting into some tiny brushes now. So there we go. Nice point on that. Lovely looking brush. And again, we're getting into some detail painting here. And that's that. So, sorry guys, just trying to get these brushes out of these tubes. And there's the other size 1. And again, yeah, very nice. I mean, when you, I don't know if your hobby shops are anything like mine, but when you go down to the hobby shop and you pick up your GW brushes, for example, you know, you've got to unsheathe them, have a look, make sure the bristles aren't all splayed, because someone's like smashed the sheath back over it and ruined the brush. So, but I just wanted to kind of sort of reiterate, I suppose, that the Windsor and Newton ones, you know, I've never had an issue with the quality of the issues the quality of the brushes from Ken Bromley's Art Supply. So they've always been spot on. So I really want to like kind of experiment, look after these, and see how they work over a period of time. So that's the Ken Bromley ones. I should add that the 00s retail for £7.05. And again, recommended retail prices are like 11.50, 12 quid. So those. And just as an aside, I already had the 000. I very rarely use this brush. I don't know if I've ever used this brush actually. So this I bought this as part of my previous purchase of Windsor and Newton Series 7s. But that's very, very small. And so that'll just join the collection, and I shall use that if I get round to using it. So that's it. So Windsor and Newton Series 7s. Again, I really like them. But we'll see how they go in this kind of experiment. So, last lot of brushes coming up. Okay guys, last lot of brushes. They came the same day as the Windsor and Newtons. So for delivery purposes, again, ordered on a Wednesday, arrived on the Friday. These are Rosemary and Co brushes. Kolinsky Sable, should mention, the Windsor and Newton Kolinsky Sable. These Redgrass Games brushes are Kolinsky Sable. Not sure what the GW ones are made from, actually. Don't know. But we've got Rosemary and Co here, which again, Kolinsky Sable. Never had these brushes before, so I wanted to try them out. So this is what comes in the packet. Ooh. So again, well packaged, nice flat box. Came through the letterbox. Job done. So what do you get? You get a thank you note. Thank you for your custom. That's nice. There we go. We get a sticker, if you like that sort of thing. You get a chocolate. That's probably for Christmas. And what else have we got? Some a Christmas decoration. Merry Christmas from Rosemary and Co. and a Happy New Year. That's nice. And a catalogue of their wares, which you can either choose to have or not, as the case may be. So that's that. So yeah, just a catalogue of wares. There we go. And then these are the brushes. What's this? That is just I don't know, bit of paper, bit of a band or something. Anyway, so again, bubble wrap, and then they are in a little bag, taped to a bit of card, so they're not going anywhere. Just misplaced my knife, so let's get these out, release the brushes. So again, oops, never had these before, but I've read some quite good reviews. These are cheaper than the Windsor and Newton Series 7 brushes. They kind of in line with the GW brush prices. But anyway, we will have a look. So we went for... You can either go for standard handles or long handles. So I went for standard length handles, which, just comparing them against the Windsor and Newtons. Yep, same sort of length, to be fair. These are the Series 33. There's various series. I think this is the kind of the regular series. There's a series that gives you shorter bristles and a series that gives you longer bristles. And I can't remember the names of the numbers of the series, but Series 33. Anyway, so we went for a 3-0, 2-0, 10-0, a 0, and a 1. So we'll start biggest to smallest. So these are dead on, straight out of the pack. Again, looking pretty good. Looks like the same sort of bristle as the Windsor and Newtons. So yeah. So these are the Rosemary and Co. number 1. So we won't resheath them yet. We'll just have a look. And we got the 0. Again, very good, great points on all of these. I've got to give him that. I'll give him that. So we should get some nice detailing. Should get some nice. Yeah, you can feel the bristle is just is very together. It just sort of holds itself. It's got a nice sort of ping on it. Nice kind of, yeah, that feels good. I like that. So this is the 3-0. Sorry, I should mention that was the 2-0 and the 3-0, and then we got the 10-0, which is the smallest one for fine detail. For price wise, we're looking at £4.35 for the 10-0, £4.45 for the 2-0, £4.55 for the 3-0. Whoops, that's the 2-0, sorry, and 3-0. Nope, what am I doing? 3-0, 2-0. Sorry, going up size. Yeah, 10-0, 3-0, 2-0. And then we got the 0, which was £4.69. And the number 1, which was £4.85. So, yeah, Postage on this was £2, and so total I paid was £24.89 for all of those brushes. So we'll see how we go. Should mention with the Windsor and Newtons, how much did I spend there? So obviously I bought more brushes, but how much did I spend? Spent £46.63 on Windsor and Newton brushes. But obviously I've bought 7 brushes there as opposed to 5. And postage was free. If you spend over £40 at Ken Bromley, postage is free. So, we've got Windsor and Newtons. We've got Rosemary and Co. We've got a single Redgrass Game brush. And we've got some Citadel brushes. So, we shall see what sort of results we get from them. Not forgetting my favourite brushes of all time, of course. The dry brushes. I just love them. For dry brushing, of course. But so yeah, we've got. I've replaced. These are my new brushes. I've replaced all of my brushes. I don't own any other brushes. So we'll see what sort of results we get from them. Right, I appreciate this has been a really, really long video, and I know the naysayers will say, well, I can go on videos and just look at brushes, but this is what this video is about. So I'm going to use the brushes, and I'm going to get back to you about the effectiveness of them and what I think about them, and we'll go from there. So that's it for this one, guys. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.